The unit's finally here for my DIY home air conditioning on the cheap, and I made some mistakes. Not once, but twice. I actually ordered completely the wrong kit. My warehouse staff was extremely disappointed, and so unfortunately, I only have the outdoor unit today, but that's okay, because there's still plenty that I can do. I can run coolant lines up the house, I can run a big fat tech cable to get power to the outdoor unit from my panel, and if all of this sounds like something that I'm gonna have one heck of a time doing unassisted, you're right. In fact, I wasn't even moving this box on my own. The one and only Brian the electrician is here to help, and help is what I need.
Brian the electrician, he's electrifying and helpful, such a helpful man.
And you know what else I need? To tell you guys about Ruggable. Protect your floors from your computer chair with Ruggable. Ruggable rugs are machine washable and they'll stay in place with their non-slip pads. Use code Linus10 to get 10% off your order at the link below. All right, so by 3 o'clock, it's a 43% chance of rain, and by 4 o'clock, that goes up to 69%. Nice. Not nice. What that means is we should probably focus on the outdoor stuff first.
Yeah.
Okay, the measuring competition with the having more tools than me thing has gotten out of hand here. You don't have to pull up with a whole truck of tools. What are we gonna need here? This is some armor for where the cables are gonna come down the wall, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, what's that, like 8 gauge?
Yeah.
Dang. Whoa, that one's heavy. It's a good thing you didn't throw this at me. Oh man, now we've got armor plus 8 gauge. Oh wait, that one's not that heavy. Is this not 8 gauge?
No, it's 8 gauge, it's just a lot shorter length.
I see that. What do we need this for?
Strapping on the outside.
Really? My wife is gonna have a fit when she sees this running up the outside of the house.
Oh, no, it's, because everything's gonna be running up. You just put this across, then we only do 2 screws through your siding instead of multiple straps.
That
and
makes
everything
sense.
straps to this.
Okay, this right here, so this is our suction and, what's this one called?
Well, that's the suction or the
suction.
low pressure.
Dang
That's
it.
your discharge or your high pressure.
Got it. Okay, so this is just in case the kit, which does include 25 feet of each per ceiling unit. It's just in case the kit doesn't include enough, which it doesn't. I get the feeling that this kit is designed more for like a single-story rancher style installation, but because we're going all the way up the wall and we're actually gonna be going quite deep into the house, we're definitely gonna need some extra. How much did all of this cabling cost?
It's about 800 for the materials.
800 bucks.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, compared to what I was quoted for air conditioning, which was 25 grand plus, we're doing real well.
Yeah.
Because the entire setup for the kit was 2,800 US dollars.
Yeah.
So plus another 800 Canadian rubles.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
still at like 4 grand Canadian, which is like a quarter the price, even after I pay a filming crew to be here and like watch us do it.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I should probably pay you as well. Not bad. While I've been waiting for the air conditioner to arrive, and while Brian's been prepping materials, I've been getting my attic ready. So one of the other issues with my house is that my insulation was about 35 years old and never particularly amazing. You can see there's actually a little bit of it left here, and it's basically just like kind of roped onto this skylight, lots of gaps in it. Anywhere you have a gap in your insulation is an opportunity to lose a lot of heat in the winter and have a lot of heat come in the summer. So we actually had all of the insulation in the attic removed in preparation for this project. So I've been running Ethernet runs, putting in new security cameras, doing all the stuff that is really easy to do while you've got things removed and really hard to do once it's back in here. Over on this side is where the lines are gonna come in, and then we're gonna have 2 ceiling units here and here for the 2 bedrooms that are combined into one, but that we may put back together someday. We're gonna have one that comes clear across the ceiling to right under where Andy's standing there, and then we actually need one more way over here. You're not gonna be able to follow me over here, but I'm gonna go over into the front attic where the office is. So that's where the computer room and stuff like that is. One of the most important things that I did for prep was get lighting installed in my attic. It used to be that there was just one little like desktop lamp that hung off of this 2x4 and then was plugged into an outlet right here. Instead, now we've actually got 4 light sockets up here so we can actually see what we're doing. Now, you were concerned about the overall capacity of this panel because it's only a 100 amp service, and then you're allowed to use what, 80% of it?
Yeah, you have baseboards upstairs that this will not only function as an air conditioner, but it will also work as a heat pump.
Okay.
So you have baseboards upstairs we can disconnect that you don't need anymore. And then you were also talking about going to a gas range.
Conveniently, the electric baseboards are already a 240 volt circuit. So that means it's as simple as, I mean, should we put in like a switch to switch between them, or like what's the plan?
I mean, as long as they're disconnected, there's no way they can come on and, you know, be a load, right?
So what are we looking at here?
So, well, we need to figure out which breakers for your upstairs baseboards.
Aha! I spent an entire evening mapping out this panel because the labels that were on it before are terrible. Also part of the original plan that I laid out on the WAN show when I first found out about these things was putting the outdoor unit, so this is the condenser, in the eaves of my house. Or actually I'd intended, instead of using a 4-way, like a 1-to-4 mini split system, I had intended to use just 1-to-1 smaller outdoor and indoor units and just like mount them in the soffits of my house. Brian informed me that it was really stupid, that plan. He's being really nice right now and keeping his mouth shut, but
that's all I can really do sometimes.
Yeah. I have to be nice to you. I'm still relying on you to actually hook it up right and not, you know, make my house burn down. It was really nice of the contractor who came and put this in to do it. Everyone else we called was like, are you for real? That is the smallest, stupidest job ever. I'm not doing it. Like just coming and putting one little concrete pad here. But yeah, a couple $100, so we'll add that to the tally for the whole project.
Yeah.
And
that's
it looks
not bad, really.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now what?
Well, now we get the lines that came with this thing, see how wide they are and how much room we're gonna need to run up the wall, and then we can start cutting pieces to mount to the wall and strap everything.
Okay.
All the refrigerant lines come in down on this side. For each cassette unit, there's going to be both a discharge and a suction line. The discharge is small and the suction line's bigger. So everything ties in here. So there'll be 4 separate pairs running up the wall. Each unit also gets a power run from this.
Oh, wow. That's 12 things running up the wall. And then we also need the tech cable to bring power to this.
Yeah.
That's lucky 13 things running up the wall.
Considering how getting everything here has gone for you, 13 seems appropriate.
Okay, here we go. So this is the accessory kit for the cassettes that we're still waiting for. So a cassette is the terminology for the in-ceiling mounted cold side units that are gonna go in each room, compared to, I forget what the wall mounted ones are called, but I really don't like those. I think they look like a big wart. And so I wanted to go with the in-ceiling ones, which is why I did that second exchange.
Okay, so it does look like this is what I thought it was. The ends of the valves here, this is just a cover nut that comes off, and then you use an Allen wrench on the valve underneath, and that's what actually opens or closes it.
I noticed that A down here
Yeah.
has a fatter suction than B, C, and D.
Interesting.
Any reason why that might be?
I'm presuming, kind of from what I've seen in here, it looks like if you have more than one of these, you can actually link them together for increased capacity, and you can only link them through the A set.
Got it. We're gonna do 15-inch wide straps up the house. That gives us 2 inches each for the suction and discharge, an inch for the tech cable, and then another inch for this bundle that's gonna go from the outdoor unit to the 4 indoor units. We're gonna have 4 of these. Oh, hold on, I gotta fix my, hold on, let me fix my ladder carrying form before you roll on this, Andy. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. Moving a ladder like a pro now. Here we go. Yeah, very funny, smart guy. Well, this is quite the invention. This is the Brian the Electrician cutting table. Okay.
So actually I'll grab a file out of the truck so we can clean up the burrs.
Okay. I'm assuming that's gonna be a me job. It's kind of an assistant sounding job, deburring the cuts. I'm not even salty about getting the bitch tasks though. I'm gonna have air conditioning when we're done.
By code, you have to have a disconnect close to these. Literally, you just pull that out to disconnect.
Okay, cool story, bro.
There's rubber feet for this thing too, it looks like.
Oh, okay, neat. I guess we should put those on, or does it matter? Oh yeah, I guess for vibration it might be nice to have.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why don't we just put those on now then, I guess.
Then they're there.
Then they're there. Yep, that's 18 exactly.
Okay, and then...
And that's 18
Yeah.
exactly. Hashtag nailed it. Okay, what's this? No, it's okay.
That's duck seal.
This
just,
is duck seal. Oh, it's gotta be the same stuff then. Yeah,
Same idea. I
yeah,
think.
okay. Asbestos free. Wonderful. I didn't want to pay for asbestos. What can I do that would be useful?
So, screws, bushers, and then
Just put those on the wall.
pretty much.
Why don't I climb to the top and get a piece of string and put a weight on it and hang it down the wall?
That would be magic.
Okay. Okay, so where do you want it?
I'm thinking kind of here about.
It is for realsies raining now.
Ah,
Gravity always gives you a straight line.
that it
Now,
does.
whether the house is actually straight.
Straight remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. This did not make this easier to deal with. Oh, you're just putting it on anyway. Okay, fine, whatever.
Like I say, I was just figuring out where it's going so I can do a dab of this before we actually put it on.
So you can put the caulk in there.
Yes. Yes, Linus.
I can do this, you know. I don't need supervision. I know why you're here. Need somewhere to put the strap, and I'm sort of regretting telling you not to deburr it. It's not too bad, because I got these nice protective undies, LTTstore.com. We need a disclaimer on the screen for that. LTTstore.com underwear do not actually protect against sharp metal burrs. Undeterred by the weather, Brian's attached all 8 of the lines to the bottom of the air conditioning unit. All that remains for me to do is finish strapping these all the way up to the soffit, and then we can change gears over to electrical, right?
Yeah. Pass them up.
Oh yeah, we haven't even really looked at where this is gonna land us up there.
No, and that's kind of why I'm thinking if we just cut the hole in the soffit, that's where it's going to go through regardless.
All right, fair enough. Oh, hello. So are you gonna feed these up to me?
I am, yep. Okay, I'm ready to feed one through.
Oh, okay. Let me know how hard you want me to pull. I don't want to throw you off balance or anything.
Nope, I'm fine. Okay, and that's it.
That's about it, eh?
Yeah.
Well, these definitely weren't long enough without extending them, that's for sure.
This last bit's definitely gonna be a little tight. Okay, we're just on the last tiny little bit. Yeah, so now it's just tweaking. Got them actually straight and clamped, and yeah.
Okay, I can do the clamps.
Yeah,
Time to throw some tech cable up the wall.
I think so.
These are the P clamps we were missing yesterday. So you just hook them on there and you give them a little tighty tighten, and then boom! It's connected. Thinking about cable management, we're actually going to put yet another hole up there, because if we want to hook up the gas range, which we need to do to have enough capacity here, then we're gonna need a gas line coming down here anyway. So if we think about that now, it might save us some hassle later. So instead of bringing the tech cable and the other electrical wiring down here close to these guys, the refrigerant lines, we're gonna bring them down this far edge. That way the disconnect box can be right over here without interfering with the gas line coming straight down and then hopefully across the bottom there.
So we are probably gonna need you in the attic to push this through.
Okay.
Length-wise for this too.
And he undid all the work I did while he was up the ladder.
You mean this work?
Yeah. I also ran the thing through it.
There we go. Well, now we gotta strap it all the way down. Then we put a junction box in the attic because we don't need the armored cable running through the house. Then we can run the unarmored cable from that box through the attic and down to the panel in the garage.
There's not a lot of space to work in there, is there?
No, especially for the amount of wire that's going to be in here.
Yeah, we got to put in 4 sets for all the cassettes, and then
Plus
this
the power.
gigantic powerful.
Power for everything.
This is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and plus I'm going to have to drill this out a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's not going to fit. I'm not thrilled about how it's going to sit, but don't really have much choice.
This is so amazing, just having your own like workbench that you carry around with you. I think my bicep is bigger than his forearm now. No, not yet. Still working on it. Can I do anything useful?
You could strip these and hook up in here if you want.
Okay. I actually, oh yeah, no, I know how to do that. My fingers are sore already.
Really?
I strip any more equipment, we're gonna have to start calling me the stripper. Hey, got him.
You didn't tie these in.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where they went. What do you want from me?
Okay, so we'll probably do one down here. Want to be nice and follow the contour. Can you reach that one?
Yeah, these aren't as stiff, so it's a little tougher.
Keep going. A little more. You're there.
Okay, great. That's it then. We're done out here, aren't we?
Yeah, all that's left is, well, we need the wet connector for the tech and actually anchoring the unit down.
Oh yeah, okay. That can do kind of whenever though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're headed inside.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a beautiful day today. I wish we were inside
Outside
yesterday
today.
and yeah.
That'll be good how that all came up. We can put all the junction boxes up on the 2x at the end here. Transition to the Lumex going to the cassettes and to the Lumex. That's gonna power everything. So at this point, we're gonna go run the lines and just get them boxed. Then we have our connection points ready to go for when we do more wiring.
Now that we're ready to tie this into the box, Brian stripped the tech cable, which involves taking off the outer sheath, ripping apart the armor with his bare hands, cutting this piece, stripping another sheath, and then we've got the 4 conductors exposed now. So we've got our, what do you call them for AC?
The color coding there is 3 hots, but the blue we could mark as a neutral if need be.
Got it. And then the way we're gonna cable manage it is such that I'm gonna be able to put all my flooring plywood back in here, and it's just gonna run up through that little gap over there. Yay!
So, yeah, and then I'll strap it when we do the Lumex.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Am I moving? Where do you want me?
There's good, wherever
Okay.
wherever you feel comfortable, because that's it, guys. That's part 1. The only thing left to do outside here is to get that second wet connector we need and run this tech cable into the disconnect. But all this is all hooked up, all this is cable managed, and the tech cable is tied into the box at the top. So now we just play the waiting game for the indoor units. And while we wait, we can check out our sponsor for today. Linode provides virtual servers that make it easy and affordable to host your own app, site, service, or whatever in the cloud. Other entry-level hosting services work for startup, but eventually you're gonna want something that's powerful, customizable, and that can be used for cloud computing. You can easily set up your own server with their one-click apps, or there's the DIY option if you wanna go for a full custom setup. So you can deploy Minecraft or CSGO servers or WordPress or really anything you want. You can even use it to spin up your own VPN. They've got affordable pricing with no hidden fees that try to sneak onto your monthly bill. And best of all, their customer support is 100% human, 24/7, 365 via phone or support tickets. Get $20 in free credit on your account by visiting linode.com/Linus or at the link in the video description. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out one of our other collabs with Brian the Electrician. Maybe the one where we installed the charger in my garage.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That one's a hoot.
Because we didn't film the stripping the tech cable in this one, but we did in that one. So if you were curious, how does it look like when he rips it apart with his bare hands? You can see it there.
Okay. Well,
Out of an A, you know, where are we at?
yeah, an A. Yeah.
An
I don't
A.
think you could have done it any better. That's the problem.